Okay? The only reason why they got to take them tests is because we ain't got nothing planned for them. So they are forced to try to swim in a white man's river.
Come on now, come on.
And for those of y'all who can't wait to get your children to college, listen to me carefully. They talking to a man with 6 degrees, 3 masters, 2 bachelors, a doctor, 3 certs. You should not be sending a child to college unless they meet 3 conditions. Number 1, that you raise them. You raise them. You raise them with enough discipline to finish what they started. That's number 1. A lot of y'all raise broken kids, send them to college, and then when they drop out after 2 years of academic probation, you want to get mad at them when you know you never made them the responsible persons they should have. And if you're raising a black boy, what is your number 1 job? To teach him discipline. What does that mean? Listen. It's the ability to teach your child to do what the hell he don't feel like doing when it got to be done.
Right.
When it needs to be done.
Yeah.
That means turn off the NBA finals because you got a test tomorrow. That means your daughter get off the step and stop gossiping with them girls and come in and get ready for work tomorrow so you're on time. The ability to stop doing what you like and do something that you don't like because it's in your best interest. How many of us can say we gave it to our kids? But the problem with discipline, is most of you don't teach it well because you ain't got none yourself. Tell me I'm wrong. Now come to me with that ADHD thing. What's the first thing I said? You got to put them on a 90-day sugar fast. I said, what do you mean? Go home. Anything in the refrigerator or cabinet that got sugar goes in the trash. Now look at me like I'm crazy. I start scratching and itching. Because you addicted to sugar. So you can't get Raheem off sugar addict because you addicted to sugar addict. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He's an addict. You raised him to one. Sugar is a drug. It used to be classified as a drug until the sugar companies lobbied Congress to take it off. That's why table sugar look like crack, weigh like crack, they got the same side effects as crack.
Come on.
That's right. Do your history on sugar. It is a drug. It's only 1 molecule away from crack cocaine. Table sugar is 1 molecule away from crack. And if you don't believe me, go to the library Monday. I'm not giving you no secrets. 1 molecule away from crack. And some of y'all got 10 pounds of it in the can. Y'all love it so much that when it goes stale, you don't even throw it out. You get a hammer and you break it. Stale, 5 years old. And then you got the number 1 destroyer of black boys, high fructose corn syrup.
Oh, shit.
They don't want to hear that.
Some of y'all feed them sugar for breakfast, sugar for lunch, sugar for dinner. Then they go to a school that ain't got no recess and no gym. So they can't even work off the energy they got as young boys. And then somebody want to come tell you they need medication and sit still. That's natural black male behavior. The problem is 93% of America's teachers are white women.
That's right.
So 93%. See, when they desegregated the schools back in the 54, they only desegregated the students. They did not desegregate the staff. They never integrated the teachers. That's why the teachers today are almost exclusively white. So then they want to fly me around. Because, you know, I normally got to wear a suit and blend in so they don't know who I am. Just stop sending white people to YouTube groups. It's for black people. Anyway, they bring me around the country and they say, well, Dr. Umar, we need some suggestions because our black males are dropping out, they're getting suspended, they on drugs, this test. I say, there's one thing y'all can do. You can switch Little Rock public schools around overnight. One thing. He said, what is that? I said, give every black boy in Little Rock a heterosexual black male teacher.
Come on.
Your dropout rate will disappear. Your special ed rate will disappear. Your ADHD diagnosis will disappear. Because those boys want men. And they will move a mountain just to please a man. See, boys and girls need an equal amount of masculine energy and an equal amount of feminine energy. The problem with the miseducation of the black male in America is all he gets is feminine energy. He get it from his mother all day. He get it from a white woman all day. His whole life is about feminine energy. He needs a man. You give him a man, you'll balance that thing right on. But you can't talk about that because we live in a post-racial society. So if you say black boys need black male teachers, that go against the post-racial society. But you know what else it goes against? Job stability for those white women. Are y'all following me now? Do y'all see what's happening? That cannot get discussed. Because if that get put on the table, we might have to get laid off so black boys can be properly educated. In what state? Which means we got to build our own schools. And you can do it. You ain't got no excuses because you make enough money to. Christmas. You can take the Christmas money of Black Little Rock. Your damn white Jesus gifts. You can take the white Jesus gifts, sacrifice them, and guess what you can do? Open up an independent school for every black kid in Little Rock. But do you love your kids enough to do that? You can take your 4th of July money. Come on. But your ass shouldn't have been celebrating anyway. Let me see. July 4th, 1776, my great-great-great-great-great-grandma, Betsy Bailey, who raised Frederick, and my grandpa Stephen, she was 2 years old on the eastern shore, Talbot County, Maryland. Do you think she was having a cookout on July 4th? No. Do you think your ancestors were having a cookout on July 4th? No. So what the hell you doing having one? How in the hell do you find time to celebrate your slave master's freedom from his master while you were still his slave?
Come on now. Come on. Come on.
You can take your Easter.
Come on now.
And give every black high school kid in Little Rock an after-school job.
Come on.
You can take your New Year's Eve money.
Come on.
And with your New Year's Eve money, you could probably give every black man in Little Rock who's unemployed a damn job.
Come on.
Black women, we got an $8 billion false hair economy. I'm not knocking y'all sisters because y'all come from another era. You was raised that way, and brothers like you looking that way.
Yep.
So I'm not knocking y'all. As long as it look right and don't fall off in the middle, we all right. Make it cute, baby. Make it cute. Don't let it look out. I want to see the track. Look. But we got to deal with the fact that y'all hemorrhaging money, trying to look like white women.
Right.
And black men, we got to deal with the fact that you hemorrhaging money, trying to get married to a white woman. I had a black woman tell me that, Dr. Umar, my son is in love with white girls. I don't know what to do. I need you to come to the house and talk to him. He said, before I do that, let me ask you a question. Is it possible that he learned to like white women by growing up in a house where his mother tried to become one?
Right.
Because I'm noticing you have contacts in your eyes.
Come on now.
I'm noticing you have a blonde wig on your head. I'm noticing you got a tummy tuck that got you looking like a damn smoker, but you think it's cute.
Come on.
Black women, listen to me. Some of y'all are made thin. Take Talina, she's thin. She's petite. That's her cut, right? Some of y'all got that cut. Some of y'all got an athletic build. Some of y'all got a full figure build. You got to know your natural design.
That's right.
Because some of y'all try to alter it and it messes you up.
All the way.
You cannot have a 50-gallon head on a 2-ounce neck Because I'm going to know somebody messed with some shit they handle business. And then y'all get them surgeries and think you look good. No, you don't.
Come on.
You know how many girls I went to college with I run into now in the streets and they didn't got the surgery, the tummy tuck? You know when they make your stomach smaller, they put staples in it, then they say the staples can come loose in 20 years. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, you know, I said, what you do to yourself? Well, you know, how, no. I'm not into that. I like women with hips, you know, some cut. All right. Something. Going out, brothers, when you get married, you got to put that in the marriage contract. No surgeries. Right. Sisters, y'all switch the whole game and come home one day looking real anorexic. I want what I'm married. I want what I'm married. But I want to say this to y'all. In about 5 years, I won't even have to talk about special ed or regular ed no more. Not just because I'm going to have my school, but because they're getting rid of public school in America. Are they shutting down schools here too? Let me tell you what they're doing. In Chicago, they shut down 60. In Philadelphia, they shut down 40. I ain't been nowhere yet, and I've been everywhere. I just came back from London. They shutting schools down in London. This is what they're doing. Why was public school created? To give the corporations a minimally basic educated black person to work. They don't need you to work because they got illegal immigrants to work. So if you got illegal, that's what the whole immigration bill is about. If you got illegal immigrants to work, why are you still educating black kids? There's no job for them. So now they're building jails for you. And the immigration bill is all about replacing your ass in the economic order. So everybody got to become criminals. We going back to the 60s. I hope you pay attention. Y'all got charter schools here? Let me show you how to use charter schools to destroy the public school. Now, if you work at a charter, don't feel bad because it's not your fault. The black charter schools did not know that it was being used against the public schools. But let me tell you how they did. You with me, Queen Mother? Let me tell you what they do. Dr.Umar is going to move to Little Rock. No, hypothetically. Easy, baby. I'm going to have 2 wives now. Got the shit, baby. Oh, got the shit. Hold on. Got the cup. Wait a minute. Dr.Umar moving to Little Rock. I'm going to take out an application with the state of Arkansas to operate 3 charter schools in Little Rock. They're going to give me approval. I'm going to get 3 charter schools in Little Rock. In order for me to get my students, now all 3 charter schools are for 500 students each, so that's 1,500. But where are they going to come from? They got to come from the public school. So you're the principal of public school number 1. Your school was built for 800 kids, but I just took 400. So now the state going to come in and say, why are we still paying for that school to be open? It was open for 800, it's only that. Shut it down and redistribute the kids. Then I'll come to your school. You public school number 2, built 4,000. I just took 500. Here comes the state again. That school was built for 1,000. He only got 500 kids. Shut it down and redistribute. You public school number 3. I'm taking 300 from you. Your school was built for 5. Why are we paying for a 500 student building and only got 200 kids? Shut it down, consolidate. Look what they did. You think Dr.Umar being here with charter schools was a good thing. They used me to shut down 3 public schools. Right. And guess what they're going to turn around and do to me 5 years later? Shut my ass down. Let me tell you what they're going to do. And it's happening all over America. You know how many emails I'm getting from Afrocentric charter? Umar, help us out. They're revoking our charter. You want to dance to his tune. And when you're ready to shut you down, you're done. So anyway, 5 years after I shut y'all down, they're going to send me a letter talking about your test scores are too low. Your school ain't making annual yearly progress as defined by former President George Bush and No Child Left Behind. So if your test scores don't go up in a year, we taking your charter for all 3 of your schools. So then I study. I get my kids up, right? I'm confident. I think we can pass. We take the test. I get the letter back. You fail. And I'm like, how did I fail? Because they scored a test and I'm not there when they score. You understand what I'm telling y'all? Nobody told me that there was a white developer that got a loan from the bank that your church put their money in. That wants my 3 buildings because they want to turn one into a strip mall, and another one into apartments, and another one into a mini mansion complex. Nobody told me. So they made sure I failed even if I didn't. And Umar Johnson, who was moved down here from Philadelphia to open 3 charters, was used to shut down 3 publics, and they got all 3 of his charters shut down 5 years later. They had their cake and they ate it too. 6 years ago, I told people charter schools were being used to destroy public schools. 6 years ago, I said public school would be a thing of the past. What are you talking about? They would never destroy public school. You're an alarmist. You're a conspiracy theory. Look now. Look now, it's called political science, and this is what we're going to teach your kids, political science. I want your kids to know that the reason why AIDS is the #1 killer of black people, black women on the face of the earth, 38 to 58, is because the HIV virus was manufactured in Fort Detrick, Maryland, at the United States Army Bioweapons Lab. It's still there right now with a grant from the Rockefeller Foundation with the express purpose of reducing the world's global African population by 50%. Turned out to be the #1 killer of heterosexual black men. You don't understand your enemy yet. You don't understand white supremacy yet. And if you don't understand white supremacy, nothing else I say to you is going to make any damn sense. Some of y'all think y'all can change the way they treat y'all. Some of y'all think y'all can change the way that they worship. Some of y'all think they can make you an equal. They cannot do it. It is not within their cultural reality to do it. You mean to tell me I've been controlling the world through racism for 500 years and I want to give it up? Because you said God don't want me to do that? Anybody in here ever see the documentary on the Korean takeover of the black hair care industry? When the black man went to the Korean and said, why don't you sell to black people in bulk? He said, we ain't got to sell to y'all in bulk. He said, we build businesses. Y'all build churches. This is what the Korean told the black man to his face. We build businesses. Y'all build churches. We're going to stick to what we do best. And why don't you stick to what y'all do best? So the only way out of this is mass organization. Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture, I think one of the greatest of the last leaders, said that if you organize a lot, you get a lot done. If you organize some, you get something done. If you organize a little, you get a little done. But if you don't organize at all, you don't get nothing done. Our problem is that we are too steep in the church model of getting things done, where we put money in the bucket and give the responsibility to somebody at the front of the room who is least likely to do anything about your condition because he don't share it.
Right.
Come on now.
Pastor don't live in your neighborhood.
Come on now.
Your pastor not on public assistance.
Right.
Your pastor, he paid for his car flat out, Benz, with rims on it. What the hell you doing with rims, you pimp? I'm just doing it. So we got to organize. One of the things y'all need to do is y'all need to build a independent Black Parents of Little Rock Association. So y'all can do 2 things. Fight miseducation until the schools close, and then raise money to build your own school.
All right.
We got to do it ourselves. It is not white women's jobs to educate black kids.
All right.
Even those who mean well. I had a white woman ask, she said, Umar, I like you. I said, easy. She said, I like you, but she said, I just have a problem when you say that a white woman can't teach a black child. I am a reading specialist. I believe I can teach reading well. And I said, you're right. You could teach a black child to read well. You can teach them math, you can teach them science, you can teach them any of the subjects required by the state's curriculum. But let me tell you what you can't do. You cannot teach them how to survive white racism because you never had to do that.
All right.
And the #1 thing that a black boy got to be taught is how to keep his emotions under control in the face of obvious disrespect because it can cost him his life, Trayvon Martin. Only somebody who lived that can give them that. So what I explained to the white woman is the problem is our concepts of education different. Your concept of education is the imparting of minimum basic skills to a black kid so they can go and slave for a white person for the rest of their life. I said that's totally different from ours. The purpose of education for us is how to acquire, protect, and maintain power. See, I don't want to educate your son so he can go and work for Bill Gates. I want to educate your son so he can take Bill Gates' career. You understand? I'm not educating your daughter so she can go and work under Oprah. I'm going to educate your daughter so she can come up with a black-owned station that actually works for black people. That bankrupts what Oprah's doing.
Right.
Do y'all see the difference? One is for servitude, one is for ownership. Getting back to college. Make sure they got discipline to finish. Make sure they majoring in something that's relevant to the damn world so they can get a job when they get back out. Some of your kids is majoring in ridiculous stuff. You paying $20,000 so your daughter can get a doctorate at the University of Arkansas on how grasshoppers reproduce on the moon during the summer months. Okay, she got a PhD in grasshopper moon reproduction. What job is waiting for her anywhere on the earth today? Nothing. You sent your son to school to get a PhD. You sent your son to school to get a PhD on how cockroaches hibernate in the fall. Who looking for somebody to keep an eye on cockroaches? Most people trying to kill them. My point is, you got to choose the major with your child. See, when I became a school psychologist, only 1% of all school psychologists were black. So I knew I would eat. I knew I would make a difference. I knew I'd be able to pay off my loans. Because less than 1% of all school psychologists in America look like me. And even those who look like me don't think like me. So I have a monopoly. Okay? But the bourgeois, they trying to train some who could come against me. But I'm waiting. They won't challenge me. I'm waiting. I'm telling you. Sharpen, Michael, Eric, Dyson, Tavis, ain't none of y'all touching me! That's why they never invite me to Tavis Town Hall Talks. They never invite me. It's the same 5 people. No new blood. Because I'm going to turn that mother out. I'm going to show up with my 3-piece suit and I'm going to kill it. Somebody told me, they said, you should have been a mega church minister. Because you have all the schools you want in 1 year. But I can't go that route, Sean. Because that's not my heart.
Right.
I'm a revolutionary by spirit. I cannot use the same ties that bind me to free you. See, we better get serious about the time we live in. And then they run around talking about the Zimmerman acquittal wasn't about race. It was about the law. So, you mean to tell me if Zimmerman was black and Trayvon was white and a black man got out of his car in a white neighborhood and pursued a white teen and shot him straight through the heart 50 yards from his front door, he would have walked?
No, sir.
He'd have been dead that night. But you got all these bougie-ass lawyers. Remember I talked about that academic bourgeois? You see them all on CNN, don't you? Well, the reason why black people are upset is they don't understand our American judicial law. Our? When did it become yours? I can't stand when black men try to act like white men. You ever see them around town when the white men show up, they get the bass out their voice? Their pants get real tight, they get all husky with a small jacket on. Laugh at that stuff that ain't even funny. Oh, yeah, I heard that, Keith. You gotta organize. If we don't do nothing else in Little Rock, we need to build a black bank or savings and loan institution. Let me tell you why. Black people are kept in our condition because we don't have access to capital. When Koreans and Asians and Latinos and East Indians get off the boat in a plane, they can go to the bank and qualify for certain immigrant loans. And they can come to Little Rock and open up all types of businesses. And then everybody look at y'all and say y'all lazy because you ain't got no businesses. How is it you've been here for 400 years? They only been here 4 years and they own all the shops. You know what the answer is? They have access to capital.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
You go to a white bank and say, I need $5,000 for a corner store. You're not going to get it.
Right.
You go to a white bank, I need $20,000 for my daycare center. You're not going to get it. And if you want it downtown, you really ain't going to get it because they're trying to clear all the black people out of downtown, so you ain't getting no loan to redevelop nothing down there.
Right.
This is engineered.
That's right.
Now, I know I can't convince y'all to spend y'all money with black businesses. And we might not even have enough to do that yet.
Yeah.
But I could probably convince you to keep your money in the same place and let it sit till you're ready to spend. Are you following?
Yeah.
I might can't convince a black woman not to buy another key, but I could probably convince her to leave her money in this thing until you're ready to buy it. Because in this room, if we add up all of our annual salaries in here, crazy checks and all, right? Put that all together. We probably got about $2 million in this room. Minimum. Minimum. Just us. So what if we all kept that $2 million in the same thing? This brother needs $50,000. He's going to open up a car detailing business. We can float that loan because all of our money in the same place. Sister over here, she's going to open up a natural hair care salon. She needs 20 grand. Brother over here want to open up a school. Sister over there need a loan to put her kids through college. Y'all see that? Yeah. Everybody in here will get the loan they need because all of our money is tied together in the same institution. That's how you get up out of this. Yeah. But the problem is black people, as the Honorable Marcus Garvey said, are cursed with petty differences. You bring us together like this, and you got to have a discussion about organizing. The black man's ego is going to get the best of it. And what do I call the black man's ego? EGO, I call it the European God of oppression. Living inside of every black man. You know what's going to happen? Two black men going to get into a dispute, waste the whole damn meeting. They don't give a damn if the rest of us here. They're going to squabble it out, and by the time they find out who won, the place is empty. They ain't even realize. How many of y'all been in meetings like that? Got destroyed with petty arguments because a black man can't control his ego. And black woman, you ain't no better. Because soon when you walk into a room, you got to find a woman you don't like for no reason at all. Am I wrong, Bob? Black woman walk into the room, I don't like her. You know her, you went to school with her, she took you. Nah. Well, what is it? I don't know what it is about her. I just don't like her. Well, let me tell you what it is. You're black. She's black. You've been taught to help black people, hate black people. It's post-traumatic slavery, you Negro. Oh. You gotta resist that. And black women, y'all suffer because y'all ain't got no unity. Y'all need each other. That's why all the women hanging out at church. It ain't because they love Jesus, they need somebody to talk to, and that's the only place they can find him. No, I'm not picking, I'm just being, no, this is sociological facts. Sociological facts. When a sister get married, she still go to church 2 days, but she ain't gonna be there 6 no more. She got a man now. But see, what the pastor likes to do is he create all these sociological wives. Is saying he don't support polygamy, that every man should only have one wife and he got 50. What kind of stuff is that? But here's what we got to do. We got to organize block by block the way the Jehovah's Witnesses do it. No, I'm not picking with them. The Jehovah's Witness street campaign is second to none. They're the only black people on earth who you can slam a door in their face and they will smile at your ass. And come back the next day with 2 more watchtowers. If we want to organize black people, we got to do it the same way my grandmama Jehovah's Witness. I know how the game go. You got to do, you know what we want to do? We want to organize black people through Facebook. We want to organize through Twitter. You can't do it that way. Black people don't have relationships with each other. So you got to get up in our face, knock on the door. How you doing, my brother? You got any sons? Yeah, I got 2 sons. They ever going through anything in the school? Yeah, man, they tried to suspend my son last week. Look, man, there's a group of brothers. We're going to get together tonight, talk, hang out, have some bean soup there, whatever. We want you to come on down with your sons. Now he's going to think about it. He might come because you got personal. Yeah. You can't run no revolution on no email list. We got lazy as hell. Nobody want to get out there and they butt no more. We got to get up and do this thing. And black men, we got to watch the sexism in the revolutionary community. Too many of our organizations are using women only to clean, take notes, and cook. Black women have a brain too, okay? And they should be able to lead and give their opinions. But the problem is the black man can't stand another black man's opinion, and he really can't stand one coming from a sister. But having said that, black woman, I want to encourage you, don't you go getting involved with that white woman's movement. Too many of y'all feminists running around talking this feminism. I am not your enemy. And you're not mine. We have the same enemy, and it's called white supremacy. We're supposed to be fighting together, not splitting the rank. Black man, don't get mad at your woman because she got more education and got a better job. The system is designed that way because she's not the threat. You are. And black woman, you got to understand that the reason why half the brothers in Little Rock ain't got no job ain't because they lazy, it's because they can't find one. You need to know that the white man has reversed the gender roles in the black community and has made the man effeminate and has masculinized you.